Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be talking about the main reason why you are still single. Now there are plenty of reasons why, but in this video here we will be talking about the main three reasons why. So first things first, this is not even part of the three, but of course the main ones would definitely be issues like, for example, if you are an individual who, your overall appearance is not the forefront or the first thing on your mind, that can probably be one of the reasons why you may feel single and stuck, if you will, because that is the purpose of this video here. Now, I will not talk about that because there are countless videos that do talk about that. I just want to talk about why you are single on a spiritual level. Because obviously, like doing your hair or, just styling your hair, keeping it clean, even if it's like polishing your nails, overall hygiene, oral hygiene, everything under the sun. Yeah, that's all physical appearance. But right now, I'm literally talking about everything on a spiritual level as to the reason why you are feeling stuck and single. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Now let's get right into this video. Now, so first things first, I want now. So tip number 3. Well, not tip, but reason number 3. Number 3 is stuff that what I've learned and what I've read upon was, and also there are also many pastors that talk about it. A lot of the times, what you need to do if you are, I'm talking about single, I'm talking about like for example, I'll say this. Of course, single is somebody who you are not married. But what I'm saying is, for those of you who you want to date and you want to court, if you will, and when you meet guys, they tell you the same line. They sing you the same song with, "Oh, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Oh, I'm not ready for a relationship. Oh, you're just not my type." If you are constantly hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, for example, from young, from old to black to white, Chinese, Asian, Caribbean, it doesn't even it doesn't matter like which category the guy falls under. He's telling you the same thing of, okay, he doesn't want anything serious. This is the video that you need to watch. I'm talking about for everything on a spiritual level. So now, like I said, tip number 3 is, if you have the type of parents, grandparents, or even great grandparents that they was living this young and free lifestyle. For example, they may have like 4, 5, 6 different kids with 4, 5, 6 different men or women, based on father or grandfather or great grandfather or great grandmother. What I'm saying is, you have to understand, a lot of the times I think about the saying that goes, the apple does not fall far from the tree. For many people who I've seen, especially in the Caribbean culture, well, you know what? Now I wouldn't even say Caribbean. I would say more of the minority culture. When you see history of broken homes, it's like the cycle can tend to repeat itself, and you wonder why. There is a really popular pastor, Pastor Michael Todd. He talks about it and he breaks it down where a lot of the times, and I agree with this. For example, I'm talking to those of you ladies who believe. Chances are it's something that either your grandparents or great grandparents have done, as to the reason why it's like, because of they were living in sin, if you will. It's to the reason why that same sin just trickles down and trickles down and trickles down and trickles down to where it's like you are feeling the remnants of their sin or of the lifestyle that they were living. For example, I'm not saying this is 100% the case here. I'm just giving you just the things that I've learned, just the things that I have observed. Listen to me. When I see friends of mine who are getting married, I sit and I think about who their parents are, who their grandparents are, who their great and who their grandparents are. Great grandparents, you won't really know them, but of course you hear stories about them. Oh, they're married to this person. They had 3 kids together. Oh yeah, then they married. Oh yeah, then your parents they're married. They're married. Whatever. It's like when you see that they have a history of marriages, okay, that's going to be something that's trickled down. When you see that they have a history of, okay, they've been having kids with this person, whatever. It's like that same lifestyle kind of gets trickled down. And even from my family, to get really personal. It's like, because I have parents and parents and grandparents, even great grandparents. Well, okay, I don't care. I'm doing me. I'm doing what I see is fun, or what I see fit. I see the remnants of it trickle down to where, okay, almost no one's married. They're having like 2 and 3 kids out of wedlock. Like I said, like single fathers, a few single fathers out there. So it's just the same cycle trickles down. So when you sit back and you're like, oh my God, how come this person getting married? How come this person is getting married? You have to consider the simple fact that they have instilled in them, okay, these are the things that I want to show my future generation. Because I laugh because I think about I don't even remember which message it is, but I do remember Pastor Michael Todd stating he's a pretty popular preacher on YouTube. Anyway, he's saying that, oh, just because of the fact that you've increased, that's because if you have increased or upgraded, that doesn't mean that your sins have downgraded. No, guess what? You upgrade, guess what? Your sins upgrade with you. That's what I mean by look at your family history of who's been married, who has not been married, who has this many kids out of wedlock, who does not. Things like that, believe it or not, things like that do play a factor on what are the chances of the next generation being married. Because like I said, I'm telling you now, before I go on to point to point two, I'm telling you now, many people in my family not married. You might find maybe one or two, maybe a third marriage. I'm just going from like second cousins. That's what I'm talking about, and it's sad. It really is. I'm the oldest of my siblings, so we don't count. My brother at this current day, he's engaged, which is good. He's 2 years younger than I am. Okay, so that's a start. But as for like my cousins and stuff like that, and as you go on, is that okay? Oh yeah, we are a small family. Very few. For aunts and uncles, yeah, one aunt, she was married, but she passed. So the Bible says that when one passes away, you're no longer married. So, but at the time when she was living, she was married. She passed the end of 2003. I strongly believe it was 2003. Okay, so that's one. And I have another aunt that's married. The others, no. My mom, no. Anyway, so that's point 3. Now we're going to get on to point number 2. Talking about mothers and fathers, let's bring into the picture your parents. If you have a parent, either mother or father, where I don't care, I'm doing me, this is what I want to do. If I feel like I want to be with this many people, I'm going to do that because who cares? I'm doing me. Who am I to judge anybody? But like I said, if you have one of those fathers and even grandfathers where they've married 3, 4, 5, 6 women, what is showing you that they honor marriage? And if you've had like one of those absent fathers, like how I've had, and how they're, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this to women and da 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 da. Best believe that the bad things that they're doing with these women, like for example, like cheating and stuff like that, can trickle down to daughters. So what I'm saying to you is, do not feel bad if, okay, why in the world your friends are getting married, or are getting engaged and being married, but what are you doing wrong? I'm here to tell you, and I'm going to say this again at the end, it's not entirely your fault as to why you feel stuck and single. So that's that. And now point number 1, because I don't want to make this too long, but point number 1 is that a lot of times it's even you. Now, with this point number 1, forget about grandparents, forget about grandparents, forget about great grandparents, forget about your parents. A lot of the times it can be you. I'm not talking about finances. I'm not talking about looks. I'm not talking about confidence. But it's also the things that you are doing. For example, they say, although, like I said, if you are of the spiritual realm, then I can say this. If not, then I guess you can overlook what I'm gonna say. But what I'm saying is, if you are still engaging on things that you know that you should not be doing, those are the things that are stopping you and withholding you from being with the man of God that you so desperately desire and that you'd like to have. I'm not saying that men compete to anybody. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying for those of you who feels like, oh my God, like what am I doing wrong? A lot of times it is also your sin that's keeping you back. Because I sit and I say, you know what, God, I don't feel like I'm rude or loud or selfish, whatever. There's nothing of the sort. Like, I know that I'm not like that. Because you and I, we both know we've had our fair share of some of the nastiest women. And I'm like, how in the world are they super rude and super feisty? How in the world do they have a man? You know? And as like I said, going back to what I've learned with Pastor Michael Todd, it's like a lot of the times if you are still stuck in your ways where you feel like, okay, you don't want to change, how can God bless you with your man of God? How can he bless you with your future husband if you are still in your mess? Because why would he have one jacked up person and then he's bringing up another jacked up person? Why? So I can be jacked up together? And I'm like, yeah, it makes you chuckle and you laugh, but it's true. If you messed up and he messed up, that what y'all gonna do? Like, be two messed up people? So with that being said, I do want to say it is not solely your fault as to the reason why it's been so many years and you feel stuck and you feel single. And right now, if you are between the ages of 16 to even up to 25 and you feel like, oh my God, you're stuck and you're single, sweetheart, relax, because you have some years ahead where your man of God, where your future husband can be right around the corner. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be speaking fast, but that age group, you guys are so young. You do not need to be worried about OMG, why do you feel stuck? No, it's fine. You still have to build and grow as a person. Build and grow your finances, because you have to understand these men out here, they're not looking for somebody to take care of. Some are, but yeah, so I can't speak for some are, but most of them are not. You have to bring your A game. You understand? So if you're one of those where, okay, you're successful, okay, why is your future husband not here yet? So like I said, sometimes it can be something that either your parents did or something that your grandparents did. Like I said, past sins, as to sometimes the reason why, as to like that blockage, it could be that too. But like I said, there can be times where, it's just the guy's right around the corner. It's just the time, the location, the opportunity. All those things do play a factor into you finding your future husband. Yes, it does. But like I said, what I'm talking about are the top 3 things that are on a spiritual level as to the reason why you used to feel like, oh my God, like, why is it so many years? Why am I, like approaching 30s or in my 30s, and still like, okay, where is your future husband? So with that being said, I just want to keep you guys encouraged and let you guys know that if there are some things that you guys need to do, like for example, if you know that, okay, you are indulging in sexual sin, those are the things that you have to work on to stop. Believe me, I know it's easier said than done. I know it is easier said than done, believe me. Especially those of you who are engaged, like, oh, whatever, we're getting married anyway, so you might as well just do it. Believe me, I know you're like, oh my God, like, why bother stopping now? But I have seen countless videos on YouTube where, like, even 3 months before the marriage, said, you're like, you know what? We're going to stop everything sexual just to, I guess, consecrate their bodies. Because you have to understand, what the marriage is, it's a holy matrimony. And it's like a covenant between that couple and God, that couple and the Lord, that couple and the higher power. So, so for those of you who are engaged, this video can also be for you, so that you guys know that if you are looking to get hitched, you're looking to change your last name, you're looking for as the two become one. I would definitely be one of those chief bridesmaids or maids of honors that would definitely tell you, I feel like it's a great idea for you guys to stop all sexual interactions at least 3 months. Some people say 6 months, but I laugh because doctor, I don't think he's a doctor. Anyway, but because Mike Todd says, okay, well, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and push up the wedding date then, because the more that you guys indulge yourselves into sexual sin is like the more that you are delaying the promises of God. And like I said, when he said that, I'm like, oh, okay, wow, that makes sense. And even for us who are not even engaged at all, it's the same thing as like you're blocking what God has for you. But if you're not willing to let go and to stop it, how can He give you what it is that He wants to give you? Even lust, even lust, looking at in a sinful way, like staring in a sexual way. Those things also do play a factor. It's, believe me, it's easier said than done too. But it's something that has to be stopped if you say, okay, you want your future husband to arrive. And like I said, I'm speaking to those of you who are watching this video on a spiritual sense here. So with that being said, I want you guys to stay encouraged. Believe me, it is not easy at all, but it is something that is doable, especially if you want to keep the promises of God. Because the thing is, for His word says that guess what? We are more precious than rubies, and He wants to give us our future husband. So what I would say for you, and what I do, is continue to pray for your future husband, and pray that he's also praying for you. And on that note, I end this video here. Like I said, just be encouraged and just know that, we're in this together. We can all do this to achieve what the Most High has for us, especially for those of you who are engaged. It's a good gesture. It's something that's going to be beneficial for you both. Hey, why not? On that note, I love you guys to pieces. Please consider what it is that I have to say. Believe me, it is hard to sit up here and record this. Believe me, it's like 2:30 or like almost 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's just something that needs to be said. Why? Because I feel like, I feel like for God's word says that He honors marriage. That's what He says. He honors marriage. And so I just wanted somebody to tell me, what is it that I'm doing wrong as to why my future husband is not with me yet? That's why, because sometimes, like I said, a quick recap, then I promise I'll end this. Something that your parents, great grandparents have done too. It could be mother or father. It could be also daddy issues as well. On a slash, so that's 2, and then one is definitely some of the things that you are doing that can hinder you, or that can block you or stop you or slow down you meeting your future husband. Along with also appearance, looks, finances does play a factor. It really does. Confidence is definitely another thing. But for one, it's definitely communication and finances. Because guess what? These men aren't looking for a lot of them are not looking for someone to take care of. On that note, I love you guys a lot. Think about what I said, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye, guys.